Any questions about this part of it? Plaque, panel, escape, first day, former prime minister, helper, the person helping the prime minister, they both of them wore disguises. As they fled, escaped, ran away as fast as they could to the border of Thailand and Cambodia. Maybe it was Cambodia. Might have been the other way. You never know until you find out. And the panel will have to investigate to find out where they went. Okay, now that's the headline on the front page. That's the headline, and it talks about criticism.
เช็ดลายวางหัวข้อพาดหัวข่าว
Not 8 o'clock at night, but former prime minister.
วันเอ็ม
Yeah, Not
ก่อนบ่ายก่อนเที่ยง
X AM. No, PM,
โดน
sorry.
ค่ะคนที่ดีนะคนที่ดีนะเอาผ้าคลุมไปนะเก่งมาก
ไม่ใช่หรอกแค่เดาเฉย
ฮะ
แค่เดาไม่รู้ตกเรียนใช้ถึงรู้ไม่ได้จับตำรวจไทยหมดนโยบายต้องขอที่นู่นเลยที่ไหนเป็นรัสเซียใช่
So if somebody asks you to meet them at 8 p.m., that means 8 o'clock at night, not 8 prime ministers. You know what I mean?
นี่คืออะไรที่ทักซี่หรือไซโนเป็นโซ
จัดไปคนในการเขียนแล้วลึกหัวข้อ
8 prime ministers. Oh, I'll meet you with 8 prime ministers, no problem.
แล้วก็
Okay.
เขียนมา
So we'll get a couple more sentences about this article to get the understanding of what's going on.
หัวข้อใหม่ค่ะตอนนี้
ไม่ใช่จะหลับน้ำมันเดี๋ยวเ
เมื่อวานพวกเราบอก
อันนี้ชั่วโมงเท่าไหร่
เราบอกว่าเอาปัจจุบันนะจ๊ะ
วันนี้วันนี้ข่าวว่าเช้าเป็นนะเช้าเป็นนะเด็กการ
The police
โรงงานที่แกจะทำ
อย่างนี้น่าเรียนหน่อยถ้าไม่สอนใหม่จะย้ายห้อง
เอาเนี่ยที่ตุ้
ก็เมื่อวันศุกร์พวกเราบอก
เรือแม่ของเก่ายังไม่
เมื่อวันศุกร์พวกเราบอก
นี่เราเสียงไม่ถูกแย่กว่าคิวเลย
ต้องเที่ยง
ยุคนั้นมีเทศฉีแปลว่าผู้แทนนิเทศอินทราวันนั้นถามกันได้ว่านิเทศก็ว่าอะไรเป็นผู้ที่ตัวแทนชี้หน้ามาอย่างเราเลยพูดก็อย่างชั่วไม่ตื่นเต้นหรอก exciting
เดี๋ยวไหนก็จะสอบแบ่งชั้นเรียนแล้ว
แผ่นดินไหวดีกว่า
ไปนี่มาที่ไหน
ไหนก็จะสอบแบ่งชั้น
P R O V E
ตกแน่ว่าถึงว่าถึงแน่
ขอกลับดีดีด้วยสบายใจดี
เอาใหม่เริ่มใหม่รู้ก็จะไม่เริ่มนะถ้าไม่ได้
ABC ไม่ไหว
เอาใหม่ดีกว่ามันจะได้เรียน
ที่นอนตั้งไม่ไหวตั้งเนี่ยเป็นอยู่ที่นี่
มันอยากจะเริ่มใหม่ก็เริ่ม ABC ไม่ถึงขนาดนั้น
ระดับกลาง
มันจะออกกำลัง CSN ใหม่ M1
ๆหนูพูด
คนที่
ว่า
สะกดไม่เป็นตัวดีเลย
นี่
ไปทำสะกดก่อน
อาจารย์บอกอาจารย์ด่า
คนนั้นไม่เท่าไหร่หรอกสะกดนั่นแหละ
กู
ดีมากเรียนแต่ว่ามันไม่ได้รู้สัก
อ๋อเมื่อนี้คือ
คนไหน
ก็เลย
ก่อน
เรียน
ข
ไป
อง
ดูดีก็เริ่มเลย
PM
ตูไม่รู้
Okay, here's the first part of you had the headline, right? Then the subheadline, which we just discussed. And now the article. This is only part of it, it's not the whole article. you want to read it, you have to go to the Bangkok Post for the whole article. The police panel, the police panel set up to probe into the police officers who allegedly helped former Prime Minister, former PM Yingluck escape a Supreme Court ruling, is coming under criticism for its trustworthiness. Criticism for its trustworthiness. And here's the word criticism. So when they go to the headline at the top of the newspaper, to keep it short, instead of going with criticism, they say flack. Flack. That cuts it down to 4 letters instead of 8 or 9, whatever. Yingluck escape panel faces flack on first day, under criticism for its trustworthiness. Trustworthiness. So, we discussed in the headline, the panel established to investigate. And we find out when we read the article, it is a police panel set up to probe. Probe. What is probe? Probe. Why would the panel probe? Why would it means to investigate thoroughly? To probe into the matter is to investigate every possible aspect of the escape, from the beginning to the last piece of information they can find. They will probe deep into what happened, investigate. They will probe into the matter. They will probe into the matter. Police panel set up to probe into the police officers who allegedly in this case, to allege is to say that somebody helped her. Police helped her. They can't prove it at the moment, but it is stated that by certain people that the police helped her. Alleged, not proven. I can say that you robbed the bank, and that is an allegation. I said you robbed the bank, but I have to prove it. I can't just say, oh, she robbed the bank, arrest her, put her in jail for 15 years. No, it has to be proven. To allege is to state something that must be proven. Allegedly helped. It's said that they helped. Somebody said it. Did they really help her? Well, it has to be proven. It has to be investigated. All the facts have to be determined before we can prove that somebody helped her escape. Helped the former PM, Prime Minister, Yingluck, escape, to get away from, to run away from, a Thai Supreme Court, the highest court, the Supreme Court, ruling, is coming under criticism, flack in the headline, flack, boom, 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 criticism for its trustworthiness. What is trustworthiness?
What's in it?
What does trustworthiness mean?
ไม่รู้ Ultimate
Trustworthiness means trustworthiness. Trustworthiness means trustworthiness.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure what it meant.
ผิดค่ะ
Well,
ใช้ปฏิเนต
look at it, just break the word down. You got the word worth,
มันเป็นคนใจอยู่แล้ว
trust.
ผู้ควรแก่การไว้วางใจ
Is the panel worth my trust? Trustworthiness.
แปลว่าชื่อ
Can it be relied upon? Can the decision of the panel into the escape of the former Prime Minister be relied upon? Can I trust the panel to give a true and proven decision? Can I trust them? And that is the question. Some people say yes, and some people say no. And if you look at the words on the board, you can tell why there are questions about the trustworthiness of the panel just from what is written on the board. Can anybody tell why there would be questions about the panel from just what is written on the board? The question is the panel trustworthy? Why would somebody on the first day, even before they started, say, no, they're not, and here's why? And the answer is right there. The reason why people would say, even without any proof or without any reason,
Because police officer, police helper, police officer.
police investigating other police. Ooh. 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 It's not to say that they would be dishonest, but maybe two members of the panel have very close friends involved in this investigation. Can they be trusted to rule against their friends? Maybe.
No.
Maybe not. So that's why there are questions about the trustworthiness of a police panel established to investigate the police. What they're saying is the people that are shooting the flak up at the panel are saying it should be a panel of people independent of the police department, separate from the police. But no, they have people investigating, they have the police investigating the police. And so what does that mean? Criticism. That should not be. It should be independent panel investigating the police. They should be from some other department in the government that can be trusted to independently investigate the police. That's why the problem.
And because the police panel trust the information from the police officers.
It's not a question of that. It's not a question of that, of whether they can do it or not. It's how it looks. It's like my brother, let's say, was arrested for bank robbery, and I'm a police officer, and I'm assigned to investigate my brother. And what do I decide? Oh, everybody will say, he can't do that. He can't investigate that case. That's his brother. Can I be trusted? Maybe. Maybe not. But the question is there. I may say, yes, my brother did it, arrest him and put him in jail for 15 years. Yeah, but before that, the question arises, can he be trusted to investigate his own brother? Same with the police. Yeah, the panel may be very honest and maybe do the right thing. But the question arises at the beginning, on the first day. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Police investigating police? What is that all about? Should be an independent panel, separate from the police. That's the criticism. That's the flack. The flack. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Criticism because when they selected the panel, instead of getting an independent group, they got police to investigate police. Criticism right off the bat. Maybe they are very honest, but it's the appearance. And that gets the flack. Any questions?
ไม่อาย
Okay, good. Well, that's just that I'm giving you examples of things that appeared on the front page, English language newspaper, the Bangkok Post, this morning. I have one more sentence about it, and let's see.
น้องลิ้นไม่ยอมผมไม่ใช่ที่
What? Yeah, okay, go ahead. Start a race.
เราคิดว่าอาจารย์จะให้อ่าน
ซื้อให้อ่านแล้วก็เรื่องหน่อยเนี่ย
เล่าเรื่อง
บินมาลบยากบินว่าบึกไปบึกไปทำสุดกูดิสไปเลยก็ไม่รู้เคยเห็น
สับเนื้อ
โอเคโอเค
Did you do it? Okay, very good.
ถ้าเวิร์กเนี่ย
เดี๋ยวนี้รู้สึกว่าผมไปไม่เข้าของเก่า
ความไม่คู่ควรแก่การไว้อยู่ได้ประมาณ ถามว่าทักตัวนี้ทักยังไงทักเวิร์กทักเวิร์กเนี่ยความคู่ควรแก่การได้ว่า
This is meanwhile and what after the meanwhile? Legal or
Yeah, illegal.
yeah.
ก็ยังโอ้ได้สับเพิ่มด้วยนะเปิด
Okay, here's the ending of it. Meanwhile, a legal expert who asked not to be identified, wow, pointed out that anyone caught helping Yingluck escape is likely not to be found guilty of violating the law because the escape and their alleged help took place before the arrest warrant was issued on August 25th, 25, after Miss Yingluck failed to show up to court, to hear the court ruling in her dereliction of duty case. Okay. Dereliction of duty case. Meanwhile, a legal expert who asked not to be identified pointed out that anyone caught helping Yingluck escape is likely not to be found guilty of violating the law because the escape and their alleged help took place before the arrest warrant was issued on August 25, after Miss Yingluck failed to show up to hear the court ruling in her dereliction of duty case. There you have it. So, while the panel was meeting and getting started and all that, meanwhile, at about the same time as all this was going on, maybe a reporter for the Bangkok Post says, I want to go find a legal expert who can tell me what will happen in this case. So meanwhile, an expert, a very efficient and knowledgeable person about the law in Thailand, the law in Thailand, was contacted by a reporter from the Bangkok Post and asked to give some information about the investigation into the disappearance or escape of the former Prime Minister. The expert then said, okay, I'll talk to you, but don't use my name. Who asked not to be identified. Don't use my name in the paper. I will tell you what I believe as a legal expert about the law in Thailand, but don't use my name. So the reporter says, okay, tell me what you think, and I won't use your name. Who asked not to be identified, pointed out, he didn't exactly point, but he discussed and said, look at the rule. He like pointed to the law and said, this is what the law is. He pointed out that anyone, I don't care who it is, anybody caught helping Yingluck escape is likely not to be found guilty of violating the law, because the escape, the disappearance, the flight to Cambodia, fleeing to Cambodia, and their alleged help, the alleged help, not the proven help, the help that somebody says they might have helped, and we got to prove that they did. So we're making an allegation. We're alleging that someone helped her. We don't know for sure, but we think they did. Took place before the arrest warrant was issued on August 25. The arrest warrant, a document issued by the court in Thailand saying arrest that woman on charges of dereliction of duty. So the arrest warrant given to the police and arresting officials to go out and arrest her. Before the arrest warrant was issued on the 25th, you can't say that she was wanted by the police until that day. So if I helped her on the 23rd or the 22nd, she's a former Prime Minister who wants a ride to Cambodia. Oh, okay, I'll take her. I didn't know that she was going to be, a warrant was going to be issued in 2 days. That's like taking me to the airport, putting me on a plane to Hong Kong, and finding out 3 days later that they've issued an arrest warrant for my arrest. And they said, oh, you took him to the airport. Well, hey, there was no arrest warrant. It was just a guy going to the airport. It was no arrest. Oh, okay, right, okay. Anyway, took place before the warrant was issued. After Miss Yingluck failed, did not show up, did not arrive and present herself to the court on the day she was supposed to show up to hear the court ruling, decide in her dereliction of duty case. What is dereliction of duty? Dereliction of duty. Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Dereliction of duty. Well, your duty in a certain position or a certain job is what you're supposed to do. My duty as a security guard at the bank is to protect the bank, its employees, and everybody in the bank from any danger. That is my duty as a bank security guard. Protect and defend the bank. As a Prime Minister of a country, you have certain things that you're supposed to do. And there are, as a Prime Minister, many things that you are supposed to do in running the country. So she has a duty, for sure. You have a responsible position, you have a duty to perform. And if you